Hey YouTube, this is a quick video to share my experiences using the Cambridge CXN V2. So I'll say right off the bat that I am really impressed with this device. It's a great value for the price that they charge. It's a really cool device, and so what I like most about it is that it has been the most reliable streaming device that I've tried. I've had a Node 2, I've had various Denon and Marantz devices, I've had various and still have a couple of PS Audio direct stream devices. I have a senior in one room, a junior in this room. Um, I have a plethora of different streaming devices, and this has been the one that works with the widest range of services. So it works with Spotify, AirPlay, Chromecast, and Rune is what I use it for. Oh, and by the way, it also Cambridge ships their own app that you can connect to Tidal and maybe Qobuz. And they have a bunch of streaming, radio services and such. And everything that I've used it with has been reliable. And so I'll give you an example of where that hasn't been a case with my PS Audio. So, it's not uncommon for me to want to just kind of kick off some background music using the Spotify app. And every time that I do so, the Cambridge device shows up as an output device. 99% of the time, my Denon receiver in my living room will show up as an output device. But it's not uncommon for my DirectStream Junior to not show up in the list of output devices. So I never have that experience with the Cambridge. Great job there, Cambridge. It always works reliably with AirPlay. I have had issues with, I've posted some other videos about some Hagel devices where I had issues connecting to it via AirPlay. Never had that issue with the Cambridge. Very reliable with Chromecast, very reliable with Rune. So that to me is super important, that reliability. When you want to listen to some music, not having the frustration of trying to connect to a device, a streaming device, that's great. So I really applaud Cambridge for making this device so compatible and work so well. I'll also say that Cambridge did a great job of tuning this device to work well with those various services. So for example, let's say I kick off a song from Spotify, and maybe it's a song that I appreciate and enjoy, but maybe the recording quality isn't the best. Cambridge did a good job of tuning this device to sound good with a wide range of music, and I would imagine that's probably has something to do with the DAC chip that they chose. But with that said, with my PS Audio device, while it will definitely sound better with high quality recordings, high bit rate recordings, if I were to kick off that same file that maybe wasn't recorded very well to the PS Audio, I'm going to tell a little bit more. It's going to tell a little bit more about that song and the poor recording than the Cambridge would. So that's something I wanted to mention. But it's oftentimes what I'll do is I'll kick off music to the Cambridge in sort of like background music. I use the RCAs out to my PS Audio gain cell DAC, and I have that particular input set to home theater bypass. So I can control the volume, which I'll talk about here in just a moment. I can control the volume via the Cambridge, either via the remote, which is a great remote, by the way, or using the volume buttons on my iPhone if I'm using Spotify or AirPlay. So that's very convenient. But I'll maybe listen for a while with that in background, and then a particular song really grabs my attention and I want to take the music experience up a notch. I'll then switch over to the DirectStream Junior. I have a button on one of my remote controls that will automatically switch everything over, and I'll switch over to the PS Audio DAC to kind of take the listening up a level. So anyways, I just thought I'd share how I've been using it. One of the things that I've learned, though, is, and really I got a lot of clarity after using this for a while, as well as using, I have a Macintosh MHA 150 that I've been using in my office, and I have another Sony headphone amp that all use digital volume controls. And this PS Audio DirectStream Junior also uses a digital volume control, as well as my DirectStream Senior. And my Denon, I believe my Denon receiver also has a digital volume control. But what I've come to learn and understand is that I actually prefer the sound of analog volume controls, high quality analog volume controls, over digital volume controls. I can tell a difference. My ear can tell that it's a digital volume control. So I think, they probably do that for convenience. Whenever you want to have a remote with a analog volume control, they have to somehow motorize that. So that's probably a lot of additional cost. It makes it more complex. So they probably default to digital volume controls out of a matter of convenience, which is understandable. But that is something that I tell. So when I am looking to take that listening experience up, I switch to the PS Audio. I leave it at max volume, and then I use my Gainsell DAC to control the volume. And I do something similar now in my home office. So I thought I'd mention that. So I think I've covered reliability, sound quality with relatively low quality recordings, and a little bit about the features and functionality. Really, really cool device. Highly recommend it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thanks.